What is up, Endgame community? Thank you for joining us once again to get some best ball draft action in. We're on Underdog, as we usually are. Let's get back to it. Best Ball Mania 6 is still happening, and you still have some time to get in there as well. As you can see, now, of course, there are a lot of different options here. The last couple of days, we've been doing the mini schnauzer for the very appealing price point of, $3, which is why you're not going to see it anymore. It's gone. It's full. That's why I told you last night. You want to get in there, you better do it quick. And some of you did. Now, don't worry. There's still plenty of other options there. You can see the Puppy Part 2, $5. Just introduced some new ones. In fact, you see right there, German Shepherd, but Superflex. Those of you who are into Superflex, you can do that too. Also, very low price point and 20 entry max. All right. So, a lot of options like always. But today, we'll get back to the flagship contest. I wasn't able to completely fill the mini schnauzer. I jumped in the live ones. I didn't bulk enter the slow ones. Unfortunately, I did like a few, but I didn't do them all at once. I'm guessing you weren't able to max either, were you?
I maxed it. I did 19. I got 19 slow drafts going right now, and I'm proud to say I don't think I have the 6th pick in any of them.
Wow. That's even more amazing because now it's like going the other way. Like statistically, you should have gotten at least a couple of 6s. So see, it just is making up for it.
Law of averages.
Well, you know what? I might have to do that German Shepherd. Superflex is different. You know, it is a different approach. I don't like the fact I like drafting in Superflex leagues. I just don't like the fact that you know me. What's my Achilles heel in all these drafts?
Waiting too long on quarterback.
Waiting too long. All these guys will have like 3 quarterbacks, and I'm like, okay, Daniel Jones looks good here, or maybe Joe Flaco, who's my first quarterback, and like, it's a problem. But no worries here. Let's do Best Ball Mania. All right,
let's do it.
Get in it. You guys have been waiting here. Jump in here with us. Let's do it. Best Ball Mania 6. Go to Underdog, and of course, so. I don't know why, for some reason, you still don't have an Underdog account. You're watching this. Maybe it's your first time. Appreciate you being on here. Create an Underdog account. Make sure that you use promo code ENDGAME when you sign up. And I'm not just saying that for our sake. I'm saying that because you get up to $1,000 of bonus cash for your deposit, your first deposit when you make an Underdog account. So lots of bonus cash and a free pick. And that's important because it's free and you use that pick with anything. NFL picks for preseason, MLB if you're into that also, WNBA, tennis, anything. Free pick. Just go out and use it and then start doing your drafts. We do have a first-time viewer, by the way. Shout out Mark's channel. Appreciate you, Mark. Hey, first time watching. If it's first time doing Underdog, again, give you a minute here. Make an Underdog account. You make sure you use code ENDGAME, like I said, get you all that free stuff, and then you can draft with us. But don't worry if you don't get in right here, right now. We do this a lot. All right. Yes. Let's do it. Best Ball Mania 6. We, of course, are going to do the ultra-fast version, 20 seconds per pick. Everyone wants to jump in here. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, enter.
Ooh, only 1 spot left.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's full. Let's see who got in.
There we go.
All right. We're on the other ends of each other. We're opposite here. You got the 2 and I got the 11.
It's it's starting to, the pendulum is swinging from all those 6s. Now I'm starting to get different spots, although I'd prefer to have that 11 that you have.
Yeah. I like the 11 still. I'm happy with any of those last 3 picks. I had a pretty good variety. I haven't been stuck with any one pick, even in different formats, so can't complain here. Now, anybody who's hoping to get in here draft with us, it's okay. Don't worry. Like I said, we'll do this again. Well, not tomorrow. Tomorrow, Thursday, is when we do our regular redraft mocks. You guys too. So actually draft for real. Redraft, not just best ball.
I'm going to go with Jefferson here. I don't think I have any Jefferson yet. Or, I mean, I shouldn't say any. I have very little Jefferson because, again, I have not had a lot of first or second or third or fourth picks.
Nothing wrong with Jefferson. Mark's asking, who's a little bit later today. Yeah, a little later. I think it gives us gives you guys more time to get on a little bit later, coming off of work and stuff. So yeah, we'll see. We're trying it out. It's just like with different draft builds, right? Try it out and see how it fits.
Exactly.
I guess let us know. You guys like the later time? Yes or no? And if you don't, well, you could probably always switch it. Don't go this far, Bobby. Do this so that you don't have to leave work early. Don't quit. I'm glad you're excited though.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you're quitting for good reasons because you got something better, well then congrats. But don't quit just to watch.
Well, there you go. Maybe you do have a good reason, right? Maybe it's not just a draft on.
Yeah, I hope you're not quitting just to watch this draft.
All right, let's see here. I guess nothing wrong with Sun God. And again, with all my drafts that are slow now I don't have nearly as many as you, but going on here at the turn, I'm purposely trying. I did a couple of, here double hero RB builds. Sometimes I go to receiver. Like I don't even care who is left. I'm just trying out different roster constructions and playing around with it. I still like Henry Achan at the turn. I feel like that's my favorite.
Yeah, I've got those 19 drafts going on. I've got some at the turn. I think I've got like Amon-Ra Achan. I've gotten like Nico BTJ in one, I think. It's really nice. It's really nice when you're at the 10, 11, 12 spots.
Yeah.
And like I almost screenshotted. I was on the clock on one of the drafts today where I think I had like the 4th pick and I took CD. And when it came back around to me, my choices were like Brock Bowers, Bucky Irving, Trey McBride, T. Higgins. And it's just like, no. Like, no. Like, I don't want to draft any of them here. Like, I don't want to take any of them here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a big difference. It's funny. I said, I don't know if anybody in here is watching Henry Achan. That's what this guy at the 12 did. I love that. But also, I'm pretty happy with Sun God BTJ. So, just different way to start your draft. Yeah, Bowers. I don't know. I mean, I think it's the ADP. Like, look, maybe Bowers does lead the tight end position. Well, maybe he leads the NFL in receptions this year. Maybe he does, right? I don't think he will, but maybe he's at least a top 10 receiver. He's got to be for you to take him inside the top 20 where he's going. And I mean, I don't know. It's a new offense, new quarterback. Yeah, that's good, but also maybe not an inexperienced quarterback who's just going to dump it off to the tight end across the middle of the field every time. You know what I mean? That's well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's interesting to see Chase Brown's ADP has gone way up. Chase Brown ADP now 27.
Well, I'm gonna call that the end game effect from talking him up. See, I knew it. I was right. Jonathan is at the 12. As soon as I said, I love that Henry Achan build. Boom, there it goes. But I'm glad you got it, Jonathan. I've got it a few times.
I might do it here. I might go modified double hero RB where I take wide receiver first, but then 2 running backs. Might do it there.
Nice. Okay, so you got Chase Brown. Man, JT at 23. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, nothing wrong with that at all. JT, Chase Brown, you're good at running back for a while, and you got Jefferson. And then, not much crazy news-wise today. Nothing I can think of that I heard.
Only big news. Well, 2 things. I don't know if this is news, but Juwan Jennings said, "Pay me or trade me." So, of course, which team is rumored? Like, which team are they already saying has reached out to the 49ers?
Well, if there's a rumor, it's usually the Cowboys, but
no, the Steelers. Who anytime a player was available for trade this offseason, the rumor was the Steelers. Like the Steelers literally out there trading for every single player this year, apparently.
Except that they don't. They did, but they just traded the other one away, so it winds up being a wash.
No, but the Niners have already said we're not trading Jennings. But the real significant news today, I think, because remember the Chargers actually opened training camp today, the first team, because they play in the Hall of Fame game. Najee Harris on the NFI list, so indeed he is not ready for training camp. How long he'll be out, we don't know, but this is making me start to come around on Amari Hampton as like maybe he's a good value where he's going, because again, we don't hear things like, oh, he should be, like he should be ready to go in like a few days or a week. No. All we're hearing is they don't expect him to miss games. Like, what? We're already talking about games? Like, we're already talking about games? Like, what about preseason games already? Like, so it's kind of like, because remember, he's also on a whole new team with a whole new offense. He can't just show up. He can't just show up week one. He doesn't and be like, I'm ready. It's like, yeah, well, you haven't, you know what I mean? It's not like if he was on the Steelers where it's like he could show up week one and it's fine. Like, okay, you're fine. So this is making me, start to come around a little more on Amari and Hampton. And interesting here, you just took Breece Hall.
All right. Right there, I had a choice, and I could have taken Hampton. Now, Hampton has climbed a little bit. Right now, his ADP says 41, but I've seen him go inside the top 40 a couple of times. I thought about Kyron or Hampton, and I think I bought it's not dip. All right, 2 picks later, I got Kyron and I got Breece. So I did a slightly different version of what you did. I'm going 2 receivers, then 2 running backs. I thought about Hampton there, but I feel like Kyron's still slightly better value. But are you putting Hampton over Kyron or Breece?
No, definitely not. That value on Kyron is insane right there. Kyron is a locked-in workhorse running back with no competition for touches. I can't put Hampton over Kyron.
Yeah, like I'm fine taking Hampton as my RB2, but again, there comes a point where the ADP is going to get a little too rich for my blood. So, but yeah, like if Kyron wasn't there, I could have gone Hampton. And it's because at that range, I have so much Mike Evans. All right, so I didn't get Mike Evans. Jonathan took him. Glad you did. I don't know. I feel like it's a little early. Top 40 is a little early for McMillan for me.
Yeah, I was glad I got sort of sniped on Hampton there, because I probably would have taken him. And I probably would have gone like a hyper fragile build here and only taken maybe like 4 running backs if Hampton had fallen to me there.
Almost got him. Well, that's interesting. You took DJ Moore, and then we saw Dunze go 2 picks after him. He usually goes much later.
Yeah, I don't take I don't even want Mark Mims. I don't take DJ Moore a lot in these drafts, but I feel like that was decently below his usual ADP. Not crazy below his ADP, but pretty significantly below his ADP. So I'll take a shot at him when I can get him after his ADP. He's not a guy I'm like forcing onto my teams, though.
So here's the problem. Okay. I'm okay with Ridley here. This is the problem why I don't usually take my second RB where I did, because look at the value here on running back. It's still so good.
Yeah, but you get Ridley here. I mean, that's good. And then you're probably still going to get one. You're definitely going to get one of those running backs on the way back.
True. I'll just keep it balanced here. 3 RB, 3 receiver. So do you think Jennings starts to slip any?
Probably.
Well,
he probably
here we go.
will.
Pierce Hall before Jennings starting to happen.
Well, it is an endgame viewer, so.
Oh, that's true.
But yeah, I think we'll probably see Jennings start to slip a little bit. I'll buy the Jennings dip.
All right. I have almost no Joe Mixon.
I might have no Joe Mixon. I might legitimately end up with no Joe Mixon this year and be okay with it.
I'm not sure if that's my first or not. I'm okay with it now because he is my RB3, and so now I'm probably gonna go 5 running backs, maybe 6, depending on how it plays out. Tres hermanos. Let's know what's the best draft pick in a 14-man snake. I guess he's asking about the slot or draft slot.
If you're asking about draft slot, give me 14. Maybe 13 or 12. But I think even 14 would be great. Anyway, again, I just think the back end is so good because, again, you look at from like, I mean, obviously, if you're at 14, you're not going to get Puka, but like, again, I would take any two of Puka, CMC, Neighbors, Nico, Amon-Ra, Henry, Achan, BTJ, Genty, London, AJ Brown, or Ladd, and be happy. Any two of those. So, yeah. Oh, I did get sniped on Jennings right there a little bit. Let's go Swift.
Yeah, that I agree. I think that just makes me want to turn even more because it's a 14-teamer. You're going to have to wait longer, but you get to, if you're at the turn there, if you happen to get the end, 2 top 15 players and just prefer that. Yeah, you're going to have to wait a little longer on the way back, but also makes it a little easier to anticipate what your team needs are and who's going to be available to you. But besides that, I just think that value in the beginning is much more important. Wolfman saying thinks it's a great year to be at the start or the end, just not the middle. I agree. Yeah, he liked the middle last year. I don't know if I like the middle. I'm not sure if I ever liked the middle.
I mean, I definitely would like. I definitely like, again, anywhere from like the 7 or 8 on, I think is great this year in 12 teams or less, maybe even a 14 teamer, honestly. Maybe 14 teamer, you need to be like 9 or later. I like the early picks, but it's got to be really early. Like, I think, like, again, when you get to like, because in a lot of drafts, what happens, like in this draft, we see Rashee Rice, Brock Bowers, Tyreek Hill go off before guys like Jonathan Taylor. What happens a lot of times when I'm in these drafts and I'm at like pick 5, let's say, and I take CeeDee Lamb, I'm looking at Brock Bowers, Tyreek Hill, Bucky Irving, and it's like Rashee Rice. And I'm like, I can't pull the, like, I don't want to draft those guys. I don't want to do it. I don't want to draft. It's not that I don't want to ever draft those guys. It's that I don't want to draft those guys before the end of the second round. Like, right, I don't feel like those guys all belong as second rounders. So it's like, do I reach and get like Jacobs now or Chase Brown or something, or, you know, really reach on like a Marvin Harrison or a Garrett Wilson? Or do I just suck it up and take one of those guys? And generally, I just suck it up and take one of those guys and then get whoever on the way back.
Completely agree. It's all about where you pick. Okay, follow up here. Tristan honestly saying deciding my pick tonight. Okay, he's got keepers in the mix here. I have to decide my keepers in the 14-man. Got Kyler in the 15th, Hawkinson in the 8th, T. Higgins in the 3rd, Rome in the 7th, Pearsall in the 10th. Got to pick 2 of those. Or maybe it'll just be easier if I put this up. All right, pick 2. I feel like T. Higgins is a no there.
Yeah, Higgins is definitely a no. Hawk is a no for me. I mean, Hawk in the 8th is fine. It's not bad value, but I'm not keeping a tight end. I'm just not keeping a tight end.
No, I agree. It's fine, but it's not like
yeah, it's
great.
not like you. If it was like Bowers in the 5th or 6th, I'd be like, yeah, sure. But it's Hawk. It's like Hawkinson in the 8th, whatever. Like, isn't that a Bauer Hawkinson goes in drafts anyways, like 7th, 8th round anyways? All right, let's go Mahomes here for the worthy stack. Let's take it. Man, Kyler in the 15th is hard to say no to. I know you don't like Kyler, but this is a 15th round. Like, that's like waiver wire QB level, and you're getting a potential top 12 QB. I think that's hard to say no to. And then it's between Rome and Pearsall.
Yeah, I think because none of those guys jump out as must keep, like, doesn't matter, you have to keep them. I would go for the value. I would go for the later pick. So I had Pearsall on 10th and Kyler in the 15th. I think that's what I would do.
I think that's just what I'm leaning to. It's close between Pearsall and Rome, and you could be kicking yourself at the end of the year if, like, Odunze has a monster season and Pearsall doesn't. But I think I just take the value there.
Yep. And no, I'm not I'm not crazy about Kyler Murray, but he's, at least you don't have to think about it, right? You don't have to think about QB. You just take him.
Exactly.
Just be done with it.
You're in a 14-man league, and if you want, you can still draft a QB late if you want to back up for him.
I would. Well, especially if it is a 14-man league, then yeah, I do want to back up quarterback anyways, because you're going to have a harder time on the waiver wire finding someone who's actually competent. So, yeah, as long as you back him up with someone decent, it's fine. Play matchups. Just, time your lineups when you put Kyler around the Call of Duty release schedule. It's an advanced strategy there. No problem. Andrea thinks she likes not the middle. 1 through 4, 8 through 12. I get that.
Makes sense.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Oh, interesting. See, thought you were sniping me of my stack, but this is the stack I'm really going for. Nick Ingram. But nice try, Jonathan. All right, how are we looking? I'm oddly balanced. I'm 1-4-4-1.
Yeah, I'm pretty balanced too. I'm 1-3-4-1.
You took you just talking trash about Hawkinson. You just took him.
I wasn't talking trash, but I mean, look, I took Hawkinson in round 9, so there's no way I'm keeping Hawkinson in round 8.
Okay, well that's a fair.
I literally took Hawkinson in round 9 because when it came around to my turn, there was nobody. Like, look at the guys that were on the board: Baker, Andrews, Dak. Okay, Dobbins is too early for Dobbins. Fields, Cup. I'm not drafting Cup. Goff, Shaheed. I mean, we're in that range where it's like there's not, like, you have to really reach on players. I'm not going to reach, so I'll just give me Hawk. He should be fine. I can do a 2 tight end build with Hawk, maybe even still a 3. We'll see.
Well, yeah, you could go either way. I mean, I feel like you're taking him. You counting on him to be mostly one of your top scorers. You don't need a third tight end.
Another spot where I don't love who's on the board here. This used to be a Trey Harris, but he hasn't even signed his contract yet.
You go full Chiefs
now.
Go all Chiefs. You got Kelsey right there staring at you.
I'm going to time out. Panic pick Christian Kirk.
He's still there. If Travis Kelsey is still on the board, you almost have no choice.
Travis Kelce could still be on the board with my 18th pick. He's not going to be on my team. And now I'm going to have the same exact choice. Oh, gosh. When is 10? When's his bye? Just give me McCarthy to stack with JJ and let's call it a day at quarterback.
No.
I just don't. There's like some spots in the draft I just don't like. This is a spot in the draft I just don't even want to make a pick.
Just want to pass. Like, can I save it up? It's like you're playing RPGs. Like you want to save up your power and like for next turn power up.
Yeah, it's like there's nobody on the board I like here.
No.
Like Spears is okay. There's some okay tight end. I mean, I do like Njoku. I guess I could have gone Njoku and just been done at tight end, but I have a lot of Njoku already. Yeah, I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about this team. I already have 2 QBs. This is going to be a warm, fuzzy, safe team that doesn't do well in best ball drafts or best ball tournaments. There's going to be a warm, fuzzy, safe team that like people look at it and say like, I really like your team. And then it finishes like 8th.
Like 8th. Yeah. That's how it plays out.
Exactly. It's like you feel warm and fuzzy afterwards, but at the end of the season, it's like 8th. It's like you never really had a bad week, but you never had a great week either. So you can't do it. So you just are stuck. Just stuck in like 8th.
Yep. Stuck in the middle. I don't know. When does all right, no, I'm not gonna say it. Let's see here. I'll take a tight end and be done. I like Njoku still. That way I don't have to take a third tight end.
Value on Njoku.
Let's see. Let's see what JP does here.
I mean, you're probably gonna have to take him with your next pick, huh? I know you're thinking about.
Let's
like when is a drop too much, right?
Exactly. Man, so like it would make sense here because I have BTJ. I could take Trevor Lawrence. I don't know. I just cannot get behind Trevor Lawrence. All right, do I go Najee again?
I mean, at some point you got to be willing to pull the trigger, I guess, right? He didn't tear his ACL. As far as we know, he still has both eyes.
I mean, technically, you only need one to see, as far as I know.
Yeah, but you can't. Doesn't it like only having one affect like your depth perception and stuff?
Maybe, but look, if
he's
you're
gonna be like, oh, that guy's like so far away, and then bam, he's gonna get nailed. Like, oh, he was right there.
If you're just put your head down and plow straight through the line of scrimmage,
just close your eyes and run straight.
Don't even look at all. Oh, look, I sort of selfishly hope that he does come back because I do have a fair amount of Najee. Of course, I used to get him where his ADP is, not now 20 picks later. Well, not. You know, he fits perfectly in this squad. You talk about a team that on paper sounds great, but really was a winner like 3 years ago. That's my running back room. Got the 2000
years ago, this team
championship locked up.
Yeah, 3 years ago. Smash. His running back room would have smashed.
Smash.
And here we are again, another spot I hate. There's like really only one guy I like here. Please don't take him RL or whatever your name is. Okay. Trevor Lawrence was not one of them.
Not who you wanted, no.
Give me your end, though. Let's just keep this balanced, safe, warm, fuzzy team going.
There you go. That's the championship mindset.
I'm sorry, I can't draft QJ.
No?
I mean, but I might.
Oh, I mean, I'd take him over Pat Bryant.
Fine. Down a running back.
All right. Nothing wrong. I'll tell you what, I can't draft Javonte Williams. He's on my list.
No.
No, I mean, we didn't talk about. He's one of those players I didn't feel like it was even worth mentioning that I don't want him on the don't draft list.
Yeah, I am not gonna pull a trigger on him. I remember it's funny because last year, in the Discord we were talking about Javonte and on the Broncos, and of course they just drafted Audric Estime and Jaleel McLaughlin was still there, and people were debating like, oh, Javonte Williams. Some people, of course, were like, he sucks. And some people were like, well, he could be the lead back in Denver. I forget what we were saying, but I remember I said something to the effect of even if he's the lead back in Denver, how good could it really be for him? And some people were like, oh my God, if he's the lead back in Denver, that's going to be amazing. Well, he was the lead back in Denver. Didn't work out that well. I don't see how being the lead back in Dallas is going to help.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh man, keeps happening.
And I was in on Javonte, by the way, last year. Remember, I was calling Javonte a league winner last year because I thought he was. I'm like, he's going to be the lead back in Denver. He's going in the 10th round. This is crazy, and it didn't even matter. He was so bad.
I wasn't going to bring that up, but yeah,
he was so bad.
Javonte Williams is my Zamir White.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter that he was so bad. I mean, he was a lead back in Denver because he was so bad. He even got a ridiculous amount of catches. Dude, how do you fail? How do you fail with the opportunity you got?
He found a way.
He found a way. Found a way.
Oh man. All right. Palmer it is, I guess.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to hate this team.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not loving it. I would have loved it if I could have got Cam Ward right there to go with Ridley. And of course, did I get Cam Ward? No. Did I wait too long? Yes.
Yes.
Although I didn't. Usually goes pick 160. Got taken at 152. I should have been able to get Cam Ward. But no. The only thing that can save this draft is next round, Jonnu Smith. No, same guy.
He's here. He's your nemesis. Your nemesis.
But the Oscar is low-key watching this. What's up, Flaco? I know. Or like button. Click the agree. Click. I don't even know. Can Joe Flacco salvage this? He always can save the day, right?
I mean, the Browns feel like he can always salvage their team every year.
Who, legitimately, who's going to be the starting quarterback week 1 for Cleveland?
I legitimately, if I had to put money on it right now, and I would not put a lot of money on this, it would be a very small amount of money. My pick right now, Kenny Pickett.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. So
again, I would put a very small amount of money on it. I'm not saying this with full confidence, but I think Kenny Pickett is the front runner right now.
So you're saying maybe you shouldn't stop drafting all Cleveland Brown pass catchers, or?
Well, I would stop. Well, I still think Njoku's fine.
I hope so.
But I would stop drafting all Cleveland wide receivers if I was drafting any Cleveland wide receivers, but I'm not. I think Tillman's fine because he goes so late. But I don't understand Judy. Judy was fun for those 6 games with Jameis Winston or whatever it was, but he hasn't been fun the entire rest of his NFL career. Literally the rest of
Yeah. Yeah, I think I have to be out on Judy, especially where he goes.
Now, if they trade for Jameis Winston during the middle of the season, okay. Judy's a must start again.
Which would actually make sense, but No.
When Kenny Pickett gets benched after week 3, Shador gets arrested for speeding. Dylan Gabriel throws 5 interceptions his first 2 games. Joe Flacco breaks his hip. They're like, okay, we have no choice now. Go get Jameis. Go get Jameis back.
I don't even like any player here. Like, not a single one. Okay.
Ford's a good pick now.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, I get rookie Samson going up. I'm surprised Ford's ADP hasn't really gone up at all.
I mean, I guess it's kind of like we kind of know with Ford, like what the upside is. It's not a lot.
Yeah.
Because even when it was just basically Jerome Ford, they still found ways to. You know what's crazy about Jerome Ford? Like, I remember last year, what was that game? There was like a game where remember like the first or second play, he ripped off like a 60-yard touchdown. You remember that? And then
vaguely.
And then they only gave him the ball like 10 times the rest of the game. It's like what? Like
that feels like every game for Jerome Ford.
Like what's that?
Feels like every Jerome Ford game is like that.
It's like what do you have against this guy? He just ripped off like a 60-yard run for a touchdown to start the game. And then it's like, nah.
Yeah, like you're done.
Flaco's saying with Pickett as QB, Ford might get all the goal line touchdowns. What goal line touch? They're not gonna have any goal line touchdowns in Cleveland. What goal line touchdowns?
Yeah, that's a big assumption to make that they're actually getting to the goal line.
They're not even gonna get. The only way they're getting to the goal line is if the defense forces a turnover and gets tackled at the 1.
Oh man. Well, I mentioned the super flex. There's the German Shepherd, right? That's out. It just opened today, I think. It's super flex. So I jumped in one real quick, and of course, as expected, I waited on quarterback, and I got 2 decent quarterbacks. But when it was time for like a third quarterback, yeah, slim pickings. So I actually took Shedeur Sanders. So I guess if I'm a bet on upside, might as well be him. I just feel like this isn't the format for a guy like Flaco. Flaco is going to be very helpful in like weeks 1, 2, 3, or maybe 3, 4, 5, right? Okay, give Pickett a couple games to lose.
Yeah.
Flaco steps in, plays like week 4 to 7, and then they go to Sanders, right? Something like that.
Yeah, you know how this is going to get. It's going to be like Kenny Pickett to start the year. They're going to be like 0-3. They'll have like 1 passing touchdown in the first 3 games. So then they'll put Flaco in to try to save the season. They'll win like 3 games in a row, and everybody will be like, Flaco! And then he'll throw like 6 interceptions over the next 3 games, and they'll lose 3 in a row. And then they'll be like, screw it. Let's just see what Shedeur can do.
Yep. That sounds about right. All right, Oscar. You did not snipe me on Anthony Richardson, just in case you're wondering, if you're listening, which I know you probably are. Right. Just to clarify, this is for the stack.
Tutu Atwell, let's go. Gotta have 1 Tutu Atwell share.
And then here comes the cherry on top.
Oh, you got sniped on MVS.
Oh, that was last draft.
Devon Vele. Actually, okay. Real talk. I can't believe I haven't talked about Devon Vele yet this year. I actually like Devon Vele. I think that's a great pick.
Really? You're in on Vele.
Sean Payton's been talking pretty good about Valet. He was good in the games he played last year. He's their slot wide receiver. I know everybody's like thinking Marvin Mims is going to be a thing. Marvin Mims is not going to be a thing. He's going to be a kick returner. Every now and then he'll hit a big play. I don't think Mims. It's going to be. I think it's going to be Valet and Sutton. I think Valet. I think he's a good last round pick.
He's going to soak up a lot of those short targets, right? The crossing patterns, stuff like that. And I think Mims is probably the guy who's more exciting. You know, I think I still like Mims better in best ball because if he catches a touchdown, it's going to be like a 60-yarder where he gets left wide open, you know. But I think in a redraft league, Valet is going to be the guy we talk about first, like on a waiver wire video or, you know, actually being relevant. My worry is Ingram and Valet, are they kind of competing for those same type of, you know, of targets in that range? I'm hoping Ingram is the number 2 receiver behind Sutton, but you know, having Knicks here, I might as well just go all in, right?
Do it.
I mean, not that round 18 Devon Valet is going all in on an offense, but you know, kind of. All right. The last pick is in. I think we're done here. Let's see how these turned out. If you've been watching this whole time, you can tell it probably wasn't great. But let's see. Because you never know. Sometimes you're drafting and you don't love it, and then you're like, oh, that's not too bad afterwards.
Yeah.
No confidence.
We'll see.
All right. So you grab Mahomes. Look, I will say, grid value. You got him almost pick 100, and then you don't need a second, you know, a third quarterback. Your second is McCarthy. I think that's fine. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I got Mahomes to stack with Worthy. Got McCarthy to stack with JJ. So
good value. You got stacked.
Got JJ and JJ, so that's always cool.
There you go. You went double here. I don't know. Whatever. You got 2 really good running backs early. That's all I know. You got JT. You got Chase Brown. Swift as your third. Garendo is, you know, also nice. Blue. Some huge upside there with your 4th and 5th running backs. You didn't need to go too deep. Isaiah Davis, totally fine. I mean, you got to be happy with that.
Yeah, I actually like the running back room. I mean, I didn't go hero RB necessarily. I started with Jefferson, but getting JT and Chase gives me the warm fuzzies at running back, which means this will probably be like the worst running back room in the league.
I hope not, because I have like 90% JT now. And you got JJ and DJ and Worthy as your third. Look, this is still a pretty good receiving room compared to, you know, like you went 2 running backs that early. I think you still should be pretty happy with this. Besh, the guy you like.
Yeah, I like Besh. I really like Pierce in the later rounds. Not, you know, because he's one of those guys you talk about it. Like when he catches a touchdown, it's a huge touchdown, and he seems to do it a lot. And he is actually out on the field a lot. Of course, it's Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson. That's not fun, but he's got those spike weeks. I do like Besh. I like Kirk. I don't love Kirk, so it's okay. Wide receiver room is okay. Not the kind of wide receiver room I typically like, but it's fine.
Well, offset by the fact you have TJ Hawkinson, who essentially is okay. Maybe not a wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2. I like Hawkinson, and you got him 10 picks after ADP. Mason Taylor, Dalton Schultz. Wow, Dalton Schultz is like barely 200. That's crazy.
I know I've been drafting a lot of Dalton Schultz, probably too much Dalton Schultz, but I think he's being way undervalued this year.
Yeah, that's surprising. I mean, I haven't been in on him, but I almost now feel like I should, because if you're going to wait for a guy who is going to at least get you something at tight end, why not? All right. Well, you can see what happened here. I got Bo Nix and Matt Stafford.
All right. Don't hate that.
I really went back and forth as to whether I should take a third quarterback. And what happens as soon as I look at the rest of the quarterbacks, I'm like, whatever. It just is what it is. All right. A little dust in the air here. My running backs after Breece Hall, Kyron Williams, Joe Mixon, Aaron Jones, Najee Harris, Jerome Ford. The average age of these guys is like 26, but they're old by NFL standards.
Yeah, but this is I mean, all these guys, like, you don't have any. I mean, I guess Jerome Ford is a handcuff, but you don't really have any handcuffs here. So, yeah, you should feel very warm and fuzzy about this running back room.
Oh yeah, we'll lead the league in let's see, touches, maybe carries, not yards per carry, but carries. No. Total carries.
Oh, you even got Marshawn Lloyd. Why did you take Marshawn Lloyd? This team didn't need Marshawn Lloyd.
I don't know. Because just to make it a little fuzzier, I went Sun God, BTJ, Ridley, Downs, Palmer, Tutu. This is terrible. This is just call it like it is. This is a bad receiver room.
I mean, I love the first three guys. It got like Downs, Palmer, Tutu, Valet. Yeah, maybe instead of Lloyd, and you probably could have just stopped at Najee at running back, honestly, and just gotten more wide receivers there. But you got good high end wide receivers. This is like one of those that, like, you know, you see like the first three picks, you're like, oh, he's crushing it, and then it's like, wait, what happened?
Yeah, this is one like we started talking about the Cleveland Browns, and I was like, what? And then so I like, oh, Jerome Ford, and then I just lost track of like where I was, and I'm just taking like, oh, I have a Ram quarterback, Ram receiver. Oh, I have the Denver quarterback. Then and it's like, oh wait, I should have taken a better receiver. And then I love my tight ends though. Yeah,
I mean, your tight ends are fantastic. I mean, I'm being legit serious. Like you might have the best tight end room in the league. We'll see.
Well, you know what? I can flex either a TE or a running back here, and you can't say anything about it.
Remember, you can flex a running back. So if Amon-Ra, BTJ, and Ridley are awesome, and Brees, Kyron, and Mixon, Jones, Najee, or Ford, at least three of those guys are good every week, you can flex a running back.
True. And Flaco is always way too kind. He just doesn't hate the team. Thank you. I appreciate that. Also, very good advice from Flaco, which I see it way back up here. Yes. You don't have to like the team, but like the stream. Subscribe if you haven't already. So this just proves that we're going to have to do this again. So we're going to get some more best ball action. So if you think you can do better than this, well, go ahead and try. You have to have an Underdog account, though. Get in. Go to underdogfantasy.com or download the app. And then when you check out for the very first time, if you make an account, then use code ENDGAME and you get a free pick, you get bonus cash, and then you can start drafting and get a chance to win some more money. All right, guys. Well, thanks. Now, tomorrow we should be doing our regular redraft mock, which will be on Sleeper. That means you can do a run through a mock draft with us. Just got to make sure you're quick because it fills up within seconds. So hit notifications, turn that little bell on. That way you'll know exactly when we go live. Jump in there with us. And if you don't get to draft with us, you can still watch and catch us on the next one. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next time.